What's popping? What up? What up? What up? Hey guys, what's up? Have another reaction for you guys. Welcome to AL2 Reacts, man. Spazzing. Man, I have another joint. Guys, listen. I've been picking out some music out there and there. Some of it you might like it, some of it you might not so much like it. But I mean, hey, we're here. Still continuing in the same vibe of a good, nice and easy evening. Taking it easy. Where are you guys? Whereabouts in the world are you guys? Please comment below in the comment section. Indicate to us as you're listening to the show where about you are in the world. Man, would love to know. And just comment with the hashtag AL2 Reacts Good House Music. Please hashtag AL2 Good House Music. And yeah, man, we'll give you a shout out, man, in our next episode for sure, man, guys. So now, for those who are wondering, I read something up. I read up on something, and now I don't know. I don't have the facts, guys. Please, I'm not an expert, so I am not claiming to know anything. But I'm just merely but an average, normal human being who's just reacting and seeing things. And now, this thing that I read up on, it was talking about the absurdity around, or the walking contradiction around having a partner. So now, the partner doesn't necessarily have to be, it's not like a specific gender, of course. So, it in general, so. It speaks to, the contradiction that says, when you come into a relationship and you're starting a relationship and then you are, you found this person very attractive, very lovely, enjoy them, and you're like, look, listen, we had a good conversation, and quite frankly, you are more than, I would like you end up getting to a point in which you want to actually, know more about the person, and besides, in the basic stuff, and you went of course for some couple of dates. For those who still go for dates, I know some they just like talk once off and then it's like good to go, but we're not there yet. But anyway, so this post was talking about how weird it is on the first date, right? First date. Now it specifically talks about first date. So this is at the point in which you are still in the early stages of getting to know a person. But in that first date, are you ready? In that first date, the question is, it's a question that has been asked for centuries, guys. You know this question. Who is supposed to pay for the date? Is it the person who asks the other person to come to the date? Do you go 50-50 split on first date? Or is it, is it common knowledge that a man should actually pay? And there was a couple of comments that were, of course, that started springing in and stuff. And then, of course, the majority is that no, a guy is supposed to pay and stuff because of course he's a guy and stuff. And then regardless of whether it was the lady that asked him to go for a date, so there was already an assumption around this, right? And I thought to myself, I'm like, okay, this is quite interesting. By the way, I'm one of those people who believe that if you ask someone, then you need to pay for the date, right? So I'm one of those. Call me weird, call me whatever, or strange, but I truly believe that. It was the same thing even with my wife. But what I found is that sometimes some expectations, they can easily be mistaken for being self-entitled. It's sort of like a sense of self-entitlement. Just because you went on a date and then there's this presumption that then you're a guy, like you should sort of like do it and stuff. I feel like we should go 50-50, man. You know, just new age, new day, right? And anyone who, and besides, whoever asked the other out, they should pay for their date. What do you think, guys? Drop your comment down below, man. And maybe I'm shooting myself in the foot. Maybe my wife is gonna listen to this and be like, I'm gonna kill you. But anyway, but yeah, man. I thought it was just an interesting, man, and I saw it on Twitter, man, and you know Twitter how it is, man. Twitter can be very, very interesting, to say the least. Guys, welcome again. Welcome to the show. Man, I have a Ralf gum featuring Paul Randolph, and the track that we're going to be reacting to, it is Repeat. That's the name of the track. It was released as an EP, I believe, around 2017. Man, this is one of those joints that Ralf got for me when he released it. Instantly, it was just an instant hit for me. And of course, the tune was released under Gogo Music, which is Ralf Gum, I believe. Ralf Gum's label, I would imagine. And tune is nothing short of brilliance, man. I've always appreciated Ralf Gum's sense of style and hand when it comes to creating music. You know, he always goes for that nice, easy feel jazz kind of vibe. You know, he I think he uses, as part of his production, he uses a lot of live band, like live. In a way, he sort of reminds me of the Real People. Real People, they also believe in, you know, real live band and stuff, and from them, magic comes out of it. It's a beautiful tune, guys. Let's just enjoy, man. Sorry for the long intro, man. I just had to share the first bit of that earlier on thought. It was just sneaking in randomly, guys. I hope that you are safe and sound. I hope you guys are good, and yeah, man. Let's just get to the tune.
Carefully I choose today. Worth empowering and relevant to say. Uncommon, distinctive and unique. Evoke compassion, love and peace.
Please pay attention. Please pay attention to our man Randolph's voice, man. It's beautiful. It's nothing short of brilliance, man.
Whether they are near to us or very far away.
Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, man, and click that like button. We really appreciate it. And comment down below, man, and just say a hashtag ALA2 reacts.
How we regress and we repeat. We regress so we repeat. We forget so we repeat. We regress so we repeat. We forget so we repeat. We regress so we repeat. We forget so we repeat.
Beautiful tune, man. Amazing. Those strings.
We regret, so we repeat. We forget, so we repeat. We regret, so we repeat. We forget, so we repeat. We regret, so we repeat. We forget, so we repeat. We regret, so we repeat. Mistakes in our history.
Yes, oh yes, man. Man, oh man, oh man. I just had to let it ride off, man. The keys. Beautiful tune all around, man. Really, really love this track, man. One of the beautifulest tracks by Ralf. Really, really love this tune, man. Big time. Nice and easy. Nothing is too much. It's just smooth, easy to the ear, man. Really, really love it. Man, is there anything I can really, really input when it comes to this to Ralf sound, man? Honestly speaking, I feel like I will do it disservice, quite frankly. But one of the major things that I loved about Ralf, man, is the sense of course, using partly the live band, but also the way in which Ralf does not shy away when he puts in a vocalist. He loves his music to fully have a voice, man. I mean, the beat, the instruments by itself, they are nothing short of just a beautiful, amazing mosaic art, if you can put it that way. But it's just there, man. It's just beautiful. It's just ready to be embraced and all of that. And to have Paul Randolph on top of that, man, to just lay those vocals and just matching the energy of the song and just elevating even furthermore, it's ridiculous, quite frankly. It's ridiculous. I mean, the talent, man, an enormous amount of talent. Man, these guys have, man. I always say this. Look, I always say that I wish I could be not a fly, Because if I am a fly now, and yes, of course, I will be getting the VIP seats. I'm actually seeing the creative process, the creative part of it. From the point in which starting the beats and everything, creating it, and just conceptualizing the songs and stuff. Of course, I'll be getting that, but I feel like if I'm a fly, I wouldn't be able to actually ask questions. I'm one of those people. I'm very inquisitive. I'm one of those people that I like to be made to. I like to understand. I'm one of those people. Yes, very annoying. I get it. But I would have definitely loved to know that, man. Because you know, the final product is always nothing short of just pure amazing. It's just pure bliss, purely, man. Man, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, man. On the other news, just quickly, just to, I just bumped into, I just saw something on internet, and it's a former Manchester City player. For those who are interested in football, Benjamin Mendy. To date, apparently the court has ruled that all cases have been dismissed, and you must remember Benjamin Mendy. He had actually his career suffered, man. He was in City for some time. I would imagine that the amount of time that he was fighting this case, of course, in court, and there was also an element of that. Then the club couldn't, of course, have him around until he gets to resolve this matter. And upon then the legal action has been conducted, of course, then the club was to act accordingly in as far as what the court ruling is, right? So for those who don't understand, to know, I believe that Benjamin Mendy was actually was regarded, or was what is the word that I'm looking for? There was a girl that actually just I guess it was a girlfriend, I would imagine, and the girlfriend had claimed at that time that there was some form of abuse that took place. So I'm not going to go into detail as far as that, but one interesting thing is that since this court ruling, so there have been a number of players that have been coming to the forefront. Of course, they are feeling that they are putting out there their frustrations maybe around that for so long, because remember, Benjamin Mendy has been fighting this case. I would imagine it's been 2 to 3, 4, 5 years. I might be wrong. It's been a long time. So it's like on a normal professional footballer contract, it's usually a 4-year contract plus an option to add. So in total, confirmed years. Oftentimes, when it comes to professional football structured contracts, they often range from 2 years to 3 years to 4 years. So for him, considering that he was still young, still a fit player, fairly capable of still running and playing some good quality football, he lost quite a significant amount of time. Now, Memphis Depay actually took to Twitter, right, and he was basically asking questions around this matter. And one of the many questions that he was asking, it was, so what are we doing now? Who is going to help this brother heal? Who's going to be responsible for the damage on his name? How he's going to have his career back? Oh boy. Difficult questions, because he has been not playing for the longest of time. I would imagine that even City, they might have terminated his contract. I might be wrong. I might not be correct. But the interesting part here is that it's always interesting that once your name is implicated, particularly with anything that is damaging to your brand, it becomes very, very hard because of the cancel culture, of course. And of course, brands, big brands, they can't be associated with you. And, you know, now looking back at Benjamin Mendy's situation, having have lost, for him to have lost a significant amount of years fighting this court case, and to have a court ruling today finally that is coming outrightly saying that there is no case has been dismissed altogether, for whatever grounds that the court ruling further stipulated, and around all the reasons or the grounds of this, I thought it was very interesting, man. It's quite sad because he is, who is now to recover the amount of money that he has lost? Yeah, these rape cases, they are always very tricky, and or sexual, let me just say sexual abuse cases, they are always tricky, man, but very sensitive at the same time. One needs to tread carefully, and yeah, it's quite interesting, but man, yeah, it's quite a lot, man. It's quite a lot. You sacrifice quite a lot, and I would imagine he has his family as well, his family looking up to him, and to have lost a significant amount of years where he could have been making a living for himself. And of course, his football career is definitely tarnished now. It will take a miracle, quite frankly, for him to. I believe he still can return to being a professional footballer, but I think it would. It will no longer be the same as it was as he had joined CT back then. So yeah, it's very difficult, man. It's quite difficult, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Sorry for my long explanation, but I just thought want to share, just to raise awareness around such situations, man. Give some fairly reasonable public commentary on latest issues. But nonetheless, guys, I hope you're good. I hope you're alright. I hope you're safe. Please, I hope you enjoyed the track, man. Really, really love the track. One of the most amazing songs out there. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. We really, really appreciate it. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And please drop a comment. Tell us in the comment section down below, what would you like for us to actually react to, and we will take that up. And quite frankly, we are absolutely open to anything. Love you guys. Enjoy your Friday, guys. Cheers.